The finale opens deep inside Mackay as Mundus realizes even Sparta ultimately turned against him. Standing before the growing darkness of his expanding realm, Mundus reflects on Sparta's betrayal, calling him the one death he would actually regret. At the same time, his generals report troubling news. Nilo Angelo publicly revealed himself to humanity. He exposed the existence of the White Rabbit, then mysteriously vanished. One demon questions why Mundus continues trusting the son of his greatest enemy. Even among demons, Virgil's loyalty is considered unstable. But Mundus shuts the criticism down, making it clear he still believes Virgil belongs at his side. Meanwhile, Jester appears lurking around the court, mocking both demons and humans alike. His little song about demons devouring humanity reinforces the central threat looming over the finale. Mackay is no longer hiding, Earth is next. Elsewhere, Dante and Virgil arrive together inside the demon realm itself after being blasted through the rift. The environment is immediately suffocating and hostile. Dante struggles to even breathe until Virgil teaches him to focus his demonic energy to survive there. Virgil calls Dante little brother again for the first time in ages. But the reunion doesn't last long before they're confronted by Argosax and Ares, who mock the brothers for believing they can challenge Mackay on its own turf. Then Mundus himself arrives, and suddenly every conflict in the series converges into one place. Virgil reveals the horrifying reality of the situation. Sparta's sword and amulet are maintaining the barrier. They must separate them before the rift fully collapses. If the barrier disappears completely, Earth cannot be sealed off again. The apocalypse is seconds away from becoming permanent. At the same time, Ares sacrifices himself completely to Argosax's power, declaring 28 lifetimes meaningless compared to becoming a god for even one moment. The finale makes it clear that obsession with power destroys everyone eventually, not just demons, humans too. Virgil begins directly confronting Mundus. He finally understands the truth. Mundus orchestrated Eva's death. Mundus tortured him as a child and manipulated him into becoming Nilo Angelo. Virgil accuses him of turning him into a weapon, but Mundus doesn't deny it. Instead, he says, "Yes, and I molded you well." To Mundus, Virgil was never a son or even a servant. He was preparation, a future king beside him during Mackay's conquest of Earth. Dante immediately sees through the manipulation and tries warning Virgil that Mundus only wants control. Instead of lying, Mundus begins telling the twins the full history of their father. And disturbingly, parts of it sound believable. According to Mundus, Sparta originally fought beside him willingly. Mackay under Argosax was chaotic and corrupt. Mundus wanted to impose order on demon society. Sparta became his greatest warrior and closest ally. Sparta is portrayed not as a pure hero, but as a complicated figure. Mundus describes how he and Sparta conquered Mackay together for centuries before Sparta eventually realized Mundus's obsession with conquest would never stop. Only then did Sparta betray him and create the barrier between realms. Dante rejects the entire story instantly, insisting Sparta protected humanity out of love. But Mundus attacks the twins' deepest insecurity. Their father abandoned them too. Then he twists the knife even deeper by talking about Eva. He claims Sparta could never truly love a human woman because demons are incapable of loving something so low. The finale weaponizes the twins' grief against them. Virgil starts wavering emotionally while Dante tries pulling him back. Dante begs Virgil to leave with him. He tells him they can return to Earth together, reseal the rift later, and face Mundus another day. Most importantly, Dante admits he cannot bear losing Virgil again after finally getting him back. But Virgil has already made his decision. He says Mundus was right about one thing. Their father left them to survive on their own. And in Virgil's eyes, survival only comes through power. Virgil believes control is the only protection against pain. Then comes the devastating line, "I choose my home, Mackay." Dante looks shattered hearing it. The tragedy is that Virgil genuinely believes he's freeing himself, while walking directly into becoming the next version of Mundus. Virgil attacks and stabs Dante through the chest. He then sends Dante back through the rift, throwing him the gem from their father's sword to help close it. Virgil then fights Mundus for control of Mackay. Just when it seems Virgil has sided with Mundus, the entire situation flips. Virgil suddenly attacks him. He admits Mundus was right about humanity corrupting him, but says none of that changes one fact: Mundus killed his mother. Virgil declares Mackay will still invade Earth, but under his rule, not Mundus's. The moment perfectly mirrors Sparta's betrayal centuries earlier. Mundus even tells him, "You are even more like your father than you know." And with that, the father's story repeats to the son. The finale then explodes into a massive battle between Virgil and Mundus as Dante is left behind. Back on Earth, Lady wakes back up and misses her date with Dante. She watches footage from Darkcom HQ that shows her father transforming into Jester, Darkcom's man on the inside in Makai. Lady reveals that her own mother was murdered in front of her when she was a child, just like Dante's. That shared trauma was what connected them all along. They weren't drawn together romantically first. They recognized each other's pain. But unlike Dante, Lady believes she cannot survive by burying her trauma under jokes and recklessness. She says she has to run toward the pain instead of away from it. So she leaves. Her mission is now personal, to destroy the source of the evil itself. Meanwhile, news broadcasts reveal New York has descended into martial law after another demonic attack. Humanity is collapsing into fear. An injured Dante reminisces about his childhood as the gem from the sword of Sparta cracks in two. Despite everything that happened, Dante refuses to abandon his brother. As Shall Never Surrender plays over the ending montage, Dante promises it's gonna be you and me together forever. The line completely defines Dante's character by the end of the finale. No matter how many times Virgil chooses darkness, Dante still chooses him. Not because he agrees with him, but because he loves him.